work. Like there's someone working 24 hours a day to take it away from you. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what's going on with today's crazy cryptocurrency markets? Still no big change one direction or the other, right? Starting to hear a lot of, rumorings maybe that we could fall to the downside. I don't know. We keep hearing other people. Once again, we're hearing, FUD and FOMO telling us that we need to be buying into Bitcoin right now because it's about to turn around. And then we've been hearing, the FUD that cryptocurrency market is a sham. We're probably never really going to get an ETF. We're not really going anywhere. Scaling's never going to happen. The government's never going to allow this stuff with regulation. Well, personally, when I sit here and I step back from the entire cryptocurrency space and I just look at the way everything is in a whole, there's a problem with money, right? I mean, you have the average person going out there and working for a little bit above minimum wage, paying rent. So in other words, they're never really getting anywhere in the long-term aspect. You have a debt-based system with money that's just printed off. We have trillions of dollars that the nation's in debt, and all of the other nations are based on our dollar. So eventually, where is all of this going to come to? I also have started reading articles saying that, there's going to be an economic crisis coming someday. So maybe, we're not into Bitcoin for all the right reasons. Maybe we're into Bitcoin for making money, right? Maybe we're into Bitcoin for just hedging it. You never know. Maybe we're a prepper, right? That's one of the great things about Bitcoin is there's a lot of different aspects to bring a lot of different people into it. It doesn't need to be the number one currency of the world. It just needs to be a currency of the world. And me and Samantha over there in the chat.
Good morning, everyone.
Are working real hard to be able to get out there and try to spread some awareness. We may not be Bitcoin gurus, right? We may not be social media experts. We may not be people that are in the limelight.
We're the Joe Schmoes.
We're the Joe Schmoes, but we're trying, right? We want to get out there. We want to pass out Bitcoin flyers. We want to try to turn people onto Bitcoin. We're bringing you guys this YouTube production almost 6 days a week now. We're providing a free email help desk service. And what are we doing in 2 days, Sam?
Forbidden Kingdom.
We're going down the Forbidden Kingdom in Boca Raton, which it's an electric music festival. It's probably not for everybody, but once again, it comes into one of these situations where, the people that are going to be using Bitcoin on a daily basis, they say haven't even been born yet. Less than 1% of the population of the world actually use Bitcoin right now. I mean, you're part of a small percentage of people that actually know and understand and are participating in Bitcoin, right?
Yes.
So, Samantha, would you mind pulling up the screen share over there? We can take a look at the Coin Paprika, see what we got going on with these cryptocurrency markets today, see if anybody's making any money, see if there's any good buys out there at the moment.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, hon. All right. Let me see. What is this screen telling me today? $120 billion for market cap. Not even up 0.5%. So no big deal there. I'm seeing no real big changes here, right? But hey, that's good. When we got into cryptocurrency, I mean, we used to see coins shoot up and down 100 and 200%. And people used to sit there and say that cryptocurrency could never be adopted with this kind of. Well, I've seen state-backed currencies that fluctuate a lot more than we see this fluctuating.
Yes.
So another step towards the good, right? Another sign that cryptocurrency is becoming mainstream because there is a little bit of stability at times. I'm not saying that all year long, but hey. All right, so we got Bitcoin coming at $3,619. That's down only 0.11 at the moment, so no big deal there. Still holding a 6.61% gain for the week. That's amazing. We got Ethereum on the other side of $120 at $122. That's up 1.91% right now. Almost a 20% gain right now. 19.27 for gains. Awesome.
Wow, yeah, nice.
Holding that number 2 spot, beating down XRapid. we got XRapid coming in at 30.3 cents. That's up almost 0.75% right now, holding a 4.85% gain for the week. We got EOS at $2.86. That's up 2.12% right now for 24 hours. 23.5% gains for the week, though. Nice. We got Litecoin, $42.44. Amazing. That's down, though, a 0.5%. It's all right, though. Look at those gains. 30.32 for the week still. We got Bitcoin Cash at $122.10. That's up 0.8, up 0.92 for the week. I like seeing green for the week. Let's just hope we can keep this momentum going. I'm hoping the bear market's in. You know, I'm not a financial guru or expert or out here telling you guys how to advise, besides you should get a little and dollar cost average it for a long time, thinking about the future. I will say that. I'll always say that. But besides that, I mean, you know, we all like green. It puts a smile on our face. So we got Tether at $1. We got Tron at 2.4 cents. That's down 0.61 and down 5.89 on the week. We got Stellar Lumas at 7.6 cents. That's down 1.5% right now, up 4.22 on the week. Still heading to the upside.
Yeah.
And we got BNB, Binance token, $9.12. Making some sideways action with a 14.15% gain for the week. Bitcoin Satoshi's Vision, $64.79. Down a little over 0.75%. Holding an 11.6% gain for the week. Take a look at Steam. We got 49. Steam at 29 cents, and that's a 1.2% gain with a 9.8% gain for the week. I'll take it. As I'm always telling you guys, you got to check out these alternative social media platforms that pay you in cryptocurrency for your content. I mean, I think that they're going to be the next wave of social media. I think that they are in beginning stages. So definitely getting out there and just sharing your posts. You know, I mean, you're posting to Facebook, you're posting to Twitter. Why not post it to Steam? Why not post it to Tribe? Why not post it to Minds? Collect the cryptocurrency and cross your fingers that, hey, someday it'll be worth something.
Yeah, I mean, Steam paid out for us already once, and I mean, we're still on Steam.
All right. As we were talking about earlier, we got 2 days left until we head down to the Forbidden Kingdom. We talk about it a little bit every single show just to let you guys know, why we're here and what the point in all of this is, because hopefully there are new people turning in. I've noticed a little bit of change in our geometrics dynamics of the channel there, where it tells you what people are watching from what countries and where and what times and all that good stuff.
Yes, the geographically crappy.
Yep. So with that, I mean, I'm glad that there's some new people starting to come into the show. As I keep asking you guys, please hit that thumbs up button. That's what shares this out, right? This is what lets everyone else in the YouTube community know that there's some good content here. And it doesn't necessarily have to get 100 views and 200 views. It's more of how many people gave it the thumbs up.
Thing,
right, the like ratio versus the views. So if we can get 1 out of 2, I mean, yeah, it would be amazing.
I know, right? YouTube on our side? What?
Besides that, you can share us out on your own social media. That helps too, because that also brings in new viewers. All right. So what are we doing out here, Sam? Spreading Bitcoin awareness.
Of course.
We have a free email help desk where we're not charging 0.1 or 0.01 Bitcoin in order to get some simple questions answered. I mean, you may think that they're simple because you've been in Bitcoin for a while, but when you're getting into this stuff, it's very confusing.
Nothing seems simple when you first get into it.
Right. So when you're trying to understand what Bitcoin is and how to store it properly and how to get you an account in exchange or transfer this coin into that coin, or, what is a cold wallet? What is a hot wallet? What is a paper wallet? What is a hardware wallet? I mean, there's a million different questions, a lot of questions for a long time about ERC20 tokens and what they were. Now I've been starting to receive more questions about Lightning Network and how you get Lightning Network tokens. So once again, this stuff needs to be explained, and to find somebody who's out there not trying to make a buck is really hard. But Bitcoin's done a lot of great things for me. So I'd like to give back to the community. I'd like to provide these free services. I'd like to get out here and do a YouTube channel like we're doing so you can know who we are and what we're doing with the free help desk. And we've taken it a step further, and we're actually donating our time and energy and effort and some of our own finances, getting out there and going to these music festivals where we found people are very receptive to taking these flyers and being turned on to Bitcoin and the revolution that we're trying to start here by trading your fiat cash, which is slowly working against you and your children. Right? I mean, it's creating this trap that you can't get out of.
Yes, the financial system's not getting better. It's getting worse.
So here we are trading our fiat cash for Bitcoin. We trust in numbers. We trust in the validation. We trust in the blocks. And we're going to make a better world this way.
Viva la Bitcoin.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's stop the screen share. I'm sure you guys are tired of looking at the ticker. Let's look at the backyards here and see what we got going on. And if you can't tell, it was raining. I'm glad it stopped in order for the episode.
It's also a little chilly compared to what it has been. I have no idea why.
It's okay. I'm glad that it's raining now so that, in a couple days here when we head down to Boca Raton, the rain's all out the system.
Yes.
The weather system. We're onto the dry, warm air. Hopefully we can have some 80s because your outfit was looking a little skimpy.
It's spandex. It's not skimpy. I mean, all of it's covered.
Maybe I just like the figure in it.
Oh, but Paul Rouleau is here. Toon is here. Our Rafterman is here.
My best
Good morning,
friends.
everybody.
Hey guys, I'm glad you could get out here and join us for a little bit of conversation about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and how the world is going to change. And we just happen to be very awake to the situation. That's the problem, right? A lot of people, they just put on those blinders. They just try to keep their head down, doing the same thing day after day after day, hoping that one day they're going to wake up and it's going to be better or it's going to be different.
Isn't that like the definition of crazy and whatnot? The same actions over and over again, thinking that there will be a difference. I mean, no.
I guess that they hope that if they go to work and punch the time clock and do what they're supposed to do or what they've been told, that after 20 years, that it'll pay off.
But those are the same people that go with if I play the lottery every, week or whatever, that statistically, eventually I will win.
I know that I'm not going to waste my youth or whatever is left of it. Like punching a time clock, I'd much rather spend it with you, Sam, and my family and doing things I like because you know what? There's no amount of money that's going to buy it back for me.
That is true. I mean, I don't know. Usually when people are in their deathbeds, they're not going, man, I didn't make enough money. They're going, man, I haven't talked to that kid in 15 years. Wow, my wife, I don't even know where she's at. I'm dying. Yes.
So, I don't know. I didn't have a ton of news today. I mean, a lot of people are always talking about the price, and you guys know I never like to get out here and keep talking about the price because we look at it we realize that we're going to make some money with it at some point, right? I mean, nobody would be here if this was a lose-lose situation all the time. Instead, I guess I realize that I don't need to make money today. That's always the problem, is the pressing matter of money in, money out, how much money you got to put out today versus what you got versus what's coming in type of situation. I guess, that's why we talk about dollar cost averaging. This is why we talk about looking for key spots to buy a little extra. This is why we talk about cutting back our daily costs in order to be able to pick up extra Bitcoin, because we know that it's going to change. It's just a matter of when. Right. And we heard Jack Dorsey say this the other day, whether or not you like him or hate him over his Twitter controversy, that's another story. But the fact that a lot of people are starting to become awake, and this is the word I keep using, awake to the situation that Bitcoin is going to become part of our financial system.
Oh, people are getting woke.
Yeah, people are getting woke to Bitcoin this year, 2019.
Get woke. All right. No, it is.
I just keep picturing our kids saying it every time you say it, and I just think, man, he's a dumbass. So I don't know if I could go with that.
Our kid is very unique. It's fine, whatever. But yes, it's very, are you short-term thinker or are you long-term? Very out of my story, I know, but it is. Are you thinking that you're going to get rich this year? Are you thinking that it doesn't matter if it takes 5 to 10 years, 15 to 20, whatever it's got to be? Same kind of thing. We have a while. We have thought, it's okay. We don't have to have the payday, till we are older.
I mean, I don't know. I guess that I do realize that there are aspects here in cryptocurrency that I could potentially go at very hard, put lots of finances, time, energy, and effort, and see about making more money right now. I guess it's that I have tried to find my avenue. And this is how we talk about Bitcoin is very diverse, and that there are lots of different aspects of Bitcoin and why you could get into it and how you can either use it to make you fiat cash right now or make plans to have more value and wealth in the future via Bitcoin.
And it's symbiotic because, if Bitcoin's helping you and you're doing something, your niche, your whatever, you're also helping Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Just like how we're handing out flyers. everything helps and promotes Bitcoin.
I mean, just for the fact that we run a tally fund and raise money in Bitcoin for the event helps Bitcoin because we're using the network. You know, part of it is utilization. I mean, we've even expanded now, and we've started with the Lightning wallet, right? We have a tipping jar, you know, via our Twitter and third party and all of that, but still it's going to utilize the Lightning network, which causes use case scenario, which shows people that it works. Hence the torch, right?
I do like the torch. I mean, you're a little stalker on it, but yeah.
I think Elon Musk needs to take that torch. Like, right. I mean, if it's kind of a D-bag move with all of the, you know, he's tagged like every 5 minutes saying, take this torch, take this torch. And it's not like it hurts anybody.
No. And I mean, yes, you have the option of holding it for like 3 minutes or like 30 hours. You know, take your pick. Anywhere in between there. Yeah. Okay. So we have Bitcoin Jake 9. He says hello.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, he says, have y'all seen the new Steam game, Drug Wars? It's new. I made 12 Steam yesterday on it. I'm at a 13 Steam payout in 9 hours. Well, no, we have not, but now we will. We will. I want to.
You want to see this?
Of course.
It's raining today, so it's not like we're going to get out and do much of anything. So, hey, thank you. We found something to do today. Yeah, I'm stalled up on Steam Monsters right now. I got to wait for either I need to buy some more cards or I need to wait for the season to end so it gives me my 15 cards.
Yeah, and you know, Eugene's misery and yeah, he's all like, I don't want to buy, but then it's like, we have like 2 more days until we actually see what the free reward ones are.
Yeah, because I'm just losing now. They're all higher monster power.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yes, it has seemed like it hasn't been a little bit fair because you're at like 12 or 13, and then they're like, oh well, so this guy has 17,000. It's like, oh, that's cool. Like, okay, hold on. Our recommend says, have you heard about Bitcoin hacks? Yeah.
Yes. I looked into it briefly. I seen that the Cryptoverse did a full episode on it today.
Duber, yeah.
I didn't watch it. I was a little rushed this morning and trying to do a couple different things around the house before we got on air and get the news together. Yeah. But I did tell you that I looked into it. I mean,
not our cup of tea.
But yeah, I don't know if it's anything. I'm always a wait and see. I've always been wait and see. I mean, I think that's why I never bought into any of the ICOs. This guy right here never bought an ICO.
Nope, so, that was not a, don't matter how many tickers.
A couple times I came close, but I never did buy an ICO. I'm hesitant. You know, I'm not the first person to jump in the pool or jump in the creek or taste the sandwich.
Now you're not going off the cliff first?
No.
Aww.
That's not this guy right here.
Yeah, it's okay though.
Oh, look, you can see the kitty a little in the yard.
Oh, you can. The kitty is still kittying out over here. Josh says, I'm woke like a bloke. And Bitcoin Jake says, I'm woke as of 10 minutes ago. I slept in today. He also says, be careful of third parties like tipping me. I can't access because I'm suspended from Twitter.
Because you need to access your Twitter to be able to sign in. That does suck. Yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't let your Twitter jar get full if you had one. Like, constantly keep draining it out every week or so. I mean, I told you guys I didn't even realize there was any tips in it. And the other day I checked it and I had $1.68 at today's Bitcoin price. But I mean, I left it there. It wasn't enough where I was concerned about it, but I do.
Yeah, you see.
Thank you for pointing that out, right? And that's one of those things, reading between those lines, seeing stuff like that. It's why, I mean, ultimately, you do want to run your own Bitcoin node, Lightning node, these things. But I think it's probably just going to take a little bit for these things to become standard everyday practice. I mean, I'm really into Bitcoin, right, Sam? And I still don't run these things myself. I use the excuse of our slow internet as an excuse, but it's really not.
Yeah, because even if I don't know. It is slightly, because even if we had good internet, I don't think you would be like, oh yeah, everything's good.
We've had good internet before, and I wasn't necessarily running these things. I don't know. I guess we don't really keep enough old computer parts laying around that I want to designate something to it. But at the same time, you can buy Raspberry Pis for $63. I think.
Oh yeah. One. I mean, yes. Remember your old boss? Like, he bought one just cause, and I mean, Eugene had a heyday setting that bad boy up. He was like, oh, I so could have done this, and it was so awesome. They're cute.
All right. Is there
All
anything
right.
else over there in the chat, or should we get kicking on this news?
Bitcoin Jake Knight says, I tried one ICO. Never again. Big turn off. And our afterman says, I'm just saying, look at it.
I know our afterman. I've looked
You
at
and
it.
I am for I am. You both are Bitcoin hexies. I'm pretty sure it's I am for I am. Yeah. We'll see. We'll look.
I mean,
I haven't
I do
actually
see,
looked. You read.
I do see the
didn't.
potential to make money off of it. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that with the way that I'm like 98%, 95% all in Bitcoin, I'm not going to try to make any moves. You know, I'm not necessarily one to diversify my portfolio. I also like being able to say that I'm 95% Bitcoin. You know, otherwise, you know, if I started putting my money elsewhere, then as I stood out here, I would either be lying or I would have to disclose that. Because I'm very honest with you guys.
Oh yeah,
I
we really
keep
don't
any
have
secrets
anything
or
else.
anything.
It's pretty much all Bitcoin. Yeah. Well, I mean, you have 32 cents or something of some doggy coin, some Doge.
Yeah. I thought it was a buck. I don't
No,
know.
there's like
All
32 cents in like 4 different thingies because the one faucet. Okay.
Yes, because we were messing around with the computer because the camera went out, so I took everything off of it and reinstalled it. So of course I had to set up Ledger Live again yesterday and hook all the wallets back up.
I had to like set up everything again. It was awesome. Bitcoin Jake says I have 25 megabytes and run nodes, websites, Minecraft servers. I mean, ours is 15 megabytes.
Yeah,
ours is nothing.
It's that our upload speed keeps dropping from 0.75 megabytes to 1.2 megabytes.
Yeah, and it also changes throughout the day. We also change like where our actual server is. We have crappy internet.
Yeah, it's through the phone line. All right, so kicking off some news.
Yeah,
I don't got a lot either. So we got Binance token, we got CZ, we got BNB, right? We're talking about the testnet. We're talking about Binance's DEX possibly coming out on this testnet February 20th. So what's today?
The 13th.
So 7 days and a week, yep. Right? So in 1 week we'll be looking at this. Good for BNB token, right?
Yes.
Good for DEX, you know, decentralized exchanges.
It'd be good if they could get this thing going, like an actual pretty decentralized. I don't know. I hope for them.
It leads me to, like, it gives me a glimpse down the rabbit hole when I see this and I see this story, because eventually America and the way it is and everything is going to run and regulate the entire world on cryptocurrencies, especially as more and more people get into this. We've already started seeing the regulation unfolding, and it's like we got people on both sides of the fence saying it's good and it's bad. Eventually, as America always seems to do, they over-regulate. Yep. Right? That day will come. You know, it may be 5 years, maybe 7 years, maybe 10 years. It doesn't matter, but it's coming. When they go to over-regulate, that's when these things will be in place, these decentralized exchanges. So we got to get working on them now so we can get them perfect, because we will see the America and countries like that want to not allow this, shut them down, fight a war digitally against them. It's also creating a better ecosystem for the BNB token with the way that you'll be paying, you know, your network fees, and this will all be happening on the BNB token like in Ethereum.
Yeah, so the gas and the blah 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 and
right, supply, demand, circulation, this kind of thing is what it's going to bring to the BNB token, causing the value of it to potentially go up based on supply. Because I don't even know what circulating supply is for BNB token, or if they got a cap or any of that stuff. The downside is that it's not Bitcoin, right? The downside is that we've seen that CZ is a big marketer, a big manipulator. How is this going to come back against us in the future? How decentralized is this token? Because if this token isn't decentralized enough while it's being ran, then the exchanges, these decentralized exchanges, aren't really going to be decentralized. It's just going to be a little smoke and mirror type situation to make you think that you're being decentralized and anonymous when you're really not.
Yeah, it won't be until the very first account gets frozen or whatever that it'll be like, oh, funny. No. I mean, it is just like how everything else, when, you know, the block producers or the this or the that or the something kind of let you know that no, like it's not actually decentralized.
Well, the only other thing I got here is that they're going to be wanting $100,000 to list a coin on it. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, we've seen with Ether Delta that anybody could throw a coin on there, and then we've seen a lot of scams come out of it.
Because it was like free, pretty much, like nothing to do it.
Right.
So yes, I mean, I guess it's just kind of like the pets, free to good home, or do you charge a small homing fee?
Rehoming fee,
so that you don't get the one that's like, oh yeah, I'll take your cat, and it's like, whoa,
Chris, you have 30 cats already.
Do you got like $15? Can we just? Because if you don't, then I'm just saying, it's kind of like that. JT Irby is here.
JT, buddy.
He says, better late than not at all. I'm here.
Yes, always.
Morning. Oh,
smash the like button, you guys, so that we can get that number up there. The show's not over. I still got another news story. Of course, keep piling comments and questions in the chat. Let us know that you're here, even if you don't have questions and comment. We love to hear from you guys. Of course, being interactive is a big part of this community, right? So we're probably only halfway through this episode. So let's see if we can get a few more people in here. Let's see if we can break that 50, 60, 70 viewers that we've been getting a day.
Oh, my lordy. Yes. Okay. So JT says, love the Morgan Creek pension news. Huge. That is the one that we were reading about the police officers that were taking a percentage of their pension. Like the whole counties, like whatever, all of their...
Yeah, it was $1.2 billion in the pension fund, and they were going to be, I think it was $25 million. They were going to be investing towards crypto.
It was something like that. It was crypto companies, actual crypto investment, on, and it was something else too. But yes, it was literally that they were all, and I mean, they were saying that people were then voluntarily putting more of their, sections, pensions in. Being like, here's some more.
I mean, this is what we had talked about happening. We had talked about this is what people wanted to do and come on board. We had talked about that, opening this up to institutional money was going to help Bitcoin. Seeing, I guess, the city, right, and police want to do this gives it more of that.
Right? I mean, that's not, okay, how everything in the media is spinning it as bad. Really? So the firefighters and the police officers,
they want in on this illegal
drug
money. Well, if they were smart, they would. I mean, if I'm going to invest in a company, I'm investing in the cartel. I mean, they're making just as much money as Amazon, I'm sure.
Yeah, right. Whatever. But yes, I mean, it does make it puts a positive spin on it. It brings it into the public more, because I'm sure newspapers and stuff, especially around that area, there's a lot of people running stuff about it. There's more people hearing, oh, what's it? Cryptocurrency companies. What of our police? What is it? Real awesome. It is good.
Bitcoin was opening Pandora's box to the financial world, right? And I think Satoshi Nakamoto knew this when he released it.
Yeah, that's why he just mic drop. Just okay, because I don't. Because
it will never be the same ever again.
That is true.
And I mean,
I can't go back. You can't. I mean, can you go back?
I couldn't go back. And that's what's going to happen, is that we're just the first. You know what I mean? We're like the first infected zombies that are running around trying to infect everybody else. That first dozen or two.
You're going to take that strand like the 28-day one, where it's like, oh no, you want to be the zombie or the vampire. It's enlightening. Yes, gotcha. But yes.
Yeah, we're the first ones. I mean, it's just our job now to go out and infect the rest of the world with Bitcoin and show them that it's better. It's better when you can verify. It's better when you can see the transactions of what the government is doing.
We no longer want to have the don't look at the man behind the curtain.
I mean, it's better when your transactions are a push and not a pull. It's better when there's no third parties.
Oh, our Afterman gave us $1 super chat. Woo! Love you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Oh, Josh says, I am so conflicted about Binance. Oh, you, sir, are not the only one. I am as well. And Bitcoin Jake says, I like Crypto Bridge DEX. I have not heard Crypto Bridge.
We don't use a lot of the decentralized exchanges. I mean, for a while, we were using Ether Delta. Back when ERC20s were like a hot ticket item, but not so much anymore.
Sadly, we just gave over all of our information to the powers that be and let it,
I mean, I don't think I've done much trading. I think, There was an arbitrage opportunity a little ways back I had noticed, but I didn't really bother. I was like, I just don't even want to bother trying anymore. But it seems like we've been working and trying to do the show and planning for this, and it's like I'm tired, and it demotivates me from wanting to be risky. You know,
That is true, because just like how I was saying, like when we were doing like the ERC 20, but it was like, dude, we have to get up and go to work tomorrow. What do you mean we need to stay up? Well, if we had stayed up, it would have been like $1,000. So, well, that would have been incentive. But at the time,
I love how you can remember specific nights like this.
Oh yeah.
All right, so. One more news story that we should be dipping into, unless you're looking at something over there in the chat, Samantha. Of course, the chat comes first.
JT Irby says, BTC walkers. I know, right? Everybody's got to just one little nibble. Just a little nibble.
All right, so we got chain analysis.
Yes.
I can just see your face already. Samantha has never been a big fan of the man, if you can't tell by the fact that her face is never on this camera. But chain analysis, right?
Yeah, when everybody
they just finished round 2 funding. They are probably looking like they're going to be the man when it comes to cryptocurrency. They just got another $30 million.
Well, I mean, they're definitely with the man if they are not the man. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
like buddy, right there.
Of course, third parties are a third party, you know.
So sniff. Oh, okay.
So they doubled their employees in London, or they're going to double their employees in London. They're saying that it's a great place there in London because it's close to the university and the financial markets, and they can also work with the EU government. So
it's the same thing as like the New York stock. Yes, like how you want to be there. Okay, great.
They have a program out there that the governments are using. It's called Know Your Transaction. It's for anti-money laundering laws. The exchanges can use it. The government can use it. You know what I mean?
Actual crypto, like companies, like, if you were, looking to, I guess, partner with other things, that, yes, you could figure out where their stuff came from.
Mostly they work with the IRS, though, and things like that. They went and took, $5 million in their first round to be able to track cryptocurrency transactions for the government.
The IRS was pretty much like, wow, you guys could do this better than we can. Why don't you just take our funding and run with it? Cool.
Let us just print off some imaginary money and give it to you so that you can sit there and watch that market for us.
And you can just snitch for us. It's cool. Just run back and tell what you find.
All right. But, I mean... We're going to have these things. There's other companies besides Chainalysis that are in existence now that are doing the same exact thing. I mean, we need blockchain analysis. It's going to happen because this technology that they're developing, it's going to push the privacy feature, which will bring fungibility to cryptocurrency. That's a big plus. Then from there, if we do move into a world where we have major corporations and governments and these things operating with cryptocurrency as their main daily in and out kind of financing, we're going to want to perform chain analysis on them. So the tools that they're developing against us will eventually, when Bitcoin has its day, be turned around and used against them.
Yeah, just like, what was that one? Was it Coin? No, I'm trying to think. The one that was doing, they usually only go back 7 hops. We go back 10, like stuff to, I mean, you're going to be able to protect your stuff regardless if you need to, where they're not going to really be able to find it. But this is this is literally for the everyday person that's just going on. They're going to know. And I mean, I don't think it's really fair for them to say that, yes, dirty or bad illegal Bitcoins, when really all of their money is dirty in some freaking way or another. It has paid for some kidnapping, some drug lord, some child, something, its entire existence. And yet, there's going to be a demand for it, and they will. I mean, they'll probably do very well as a company. I'm sure they will.
I mean, yes, they should probably receive all sorts of financial funding and companies that get into this kind of work. But that's one of those things that we've talked about before on the show, is that a little bit of the problem here in the cryptocurrency space is that people come across it. They believe in it. They trust in it. They want to get into the space, but then they think that they're going to extrapolate some sort of living out of it, which is always having to turn that cryptocurrency back into a form of fiat cash because not enough merchants and landlords and auto insurance and electricity
and Walmart
bills.
And
a lot more are getting on board. And the more we do this, the more it's going to create demand for this. But at the same time, at this exact moment, trying to make a full living on cryptocurrency is extremely hard.
Yeah, they still have you by the balls with that you have to go back. You have to go back. Even if you're using cryptocurrency to pay your rent, you're paying fees and you're having to go somewhere and they get to know how much you had and they get to see what your address is and they get all that because you have to go back because your landlord or your Walmart or your whatever doesn't take your cryptocurrency the way it is.
And we've always said that the chink in the chain is the conversion between fiat and crypto. Because as long as you stay crypto,
yeah,
it's all good. All right, so what do we got in the chat? Anything going on, or should we start winding down the end of this show?
JTRB says, that's a beautiful pussy cat. Bump. We do like our cat. It just kind of showed up, and now it's here, and it's definitely not leaving. Eugene gave it a bath yesterday. It dealt very well with that one.
You let it in the house, and I want to make sure it's not bringing fleas.
I just know. I mean, I've worked for pet groomers and stuff, and yes, like there are stuff like there were people that were like, please wash my cat, and that never went well every time. I mean, so I don't know, but that's cool. Our cat's chill. Yeah, right.
That happened.
Our Raptorman says, I like Veritasium over BNB token.
Veritasium is nice. The price does fluctuate with that one quite a bit, though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like tokens.
Of course, you guys, if there's anything you want to talk about, please put it in the chat. Let us know what you got going on. Let us know what you're thinking about certain stuff in the cryptocurrency market. I didn't come up with a third story this morning that I really wanted to come out here and talk about. I guess I was leaving it open-ended a little bit to be able to conversate.
We talked about the pension.
I had thought about putting that one, and then I thought, I thought it was semi-big news, but I wasn't sure if it was enough, to really want to be. I mean, to me, I see it as good. It shows that the space is wanting to move in that direction, but we've already talked about that. We've been talking about that one for quite a while, actually, and a lot of people are on the fence on both ways on whether or not we want and or need institutional investment through hedge funds and 401ks and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, I don't know, like I think
it'll hasten the pace towards the goal. I don't think that it is. I don't think you can break Bitcoin at this point.
No.
So, I mean, add to it then. Right now, at this point, it's only going to add to it. And yes, the weight at first may slow it down, but eventually it'll pick speed up again.
I mean, yeah, I don't think you can kill it. I really don't. I think it would take some, catastrophic end of worldness anyways to make that happen at this point. I mean, I don't know. It's just like how, we read articles and how there was a couple YouTubers that did, how YouTube is kind of, doing its stuff on its AI and its algorithm to
cut down on the crazies.
Fringe topics and fringe things and how much
that's us for crypto for sure.
And when we had read that, I was thinking, man,
I wondered why our notifications haven't been getting pushed and our views are down and we're not showing up on people's side there of suggested videos. Well, we're a fringe topic, especially in cryptocurrency. We got less than 1% of the population here. A lot of the times people point to cryptocurrency YouTubers and say scammers, Ponzi schemes. So, I mean, the majority of us that are actually out here that are doing good things like Bitcoin Ben and Ken Bozak and Adam Meister and stuff like that aren't trying to make money, that are out here just trying to let everyone know to help, once again, wake people up to the situation. We're getting muffled.
Yeah, I mean
we're what's the other one with Vortex? Crypto or Worldcast Crypto Network or whatever.
Oh my Lord, you're messing up, so I can't remember. CryptoCast Network.
I know the fact that he walked away from World Crypto Network and made this other channel and has just as many subscribers as I do. When he had a channel before with 60,000 subscribers, goes to show that this stuff isn't being pushed because there's always amazing content over there.
Oh yeah, that Panda is crazy, and all of the people he has on there are smart. I mean, every time you listen to either his podcasting thing or his, it really just is like, you people are like, all right. It's always a good conversation. All right. So, I am. He said, sorry, missed you guys. Our 11-year-old had surgery, a 2.5-hour episiotomy. I think that's like the appendix. Yes. Worst doctor has seen. Oh.
I'm sorry. I hope things get better for you and your child.
11. Oh. Yeah.
Kids are resilient, so better now than when they're older, right? I mean, you heal so much faster.
Oh. Swift recovery. Oh, okay. Okay, so Paul Rouleau says pray for swift recovery. Okay, JT says hoping other institutions start offering. He's hoping that other institutions start offering crypto pensions after the Morgan Creek. Like, you know what I mean? Like that it shows that there is a demand.
Yeah, someone's jumped in the water and shown that the water is good, and now everyone's going to hopefully jump in. I mean, we've been waiting for this kind of stuff for people to start getting involved because then it'll lead the way for the rest. Yeah. I mean, it is a step in the right direction. There's a lot of steps in the right direction lately. You know, that's why maybe the bottom is in. You know, maybe we're all starting to take those steps in the right direction of making the market go to the upside. That's why we keep, you know, the sentiment of lately is to start talking about accumulation, right? That's what I keep hearing a lot about, accumulation of cryptocurrency, that people aren't looking at it now, that they won't be looking at it till $10,000 or higher. Now is the time to start picking up cryptocurrency. Not that I'm giving you financial advice, but this is what I'm hearing. So it makes you think about it, right? You know, you keep hearing something, it's like a buzzsaw in the background. You're like, well,
should I accumulate? I don't know.
Or are they just setting you up for another fall?
I mean, I know that's sadly the sentiment that a lot of people got because they came in at the end of the last bull run.
And right, I mean, that it was just setting everyone up for the fall.
Yeah, and I mean, but if you look back and it's like the people that were there before that bull run, okay, I mean, they got set up for, I mean, thanks to Mt. Gox, I mean, these people weren't against, and they held on, and then, they're the ones with the lamb funny. Like, it's like, well, just because you came in at the wrong time doesn't mean it's the wrong plan and the wrong reason and the wrong goal. It just means, okay, maybe you had crappy timing. Oh, okay. Let's see. JTRB says, true, Eugene. When has the herd been correct with market direction?
I know. I mean, I I would like to think with the rest of them that, yeah, it's time to accumulate. The bull run's coming in May for sure. You know, just start dollar cost averaging this stuff. Maybe throw an extra 1,000 in with income tax or something. But they're all saying to do something. Usually my mind tells me that I should be doing the exact opposite. And it's like, but I don't want to come out on air and tell people that Bitcoin's going to go lower. I don't want Bitcoin to go lower. I think $3,000 is pretty cheap as is.
Yeah. We try not to tell anybody to do what we do because, you know, not all the time does it work. We got a lot of bites in the butt happening in our lives. But hey, Bitcoin Jake says, y'all heard about the possible Mt. Gox revival? Yes. Brock.
I mean, I wouldn't just, the name alone to anybody in this space, you'd have to be new, like, to even think, why? Well, how are they going to come back and then all of a sudden become better than Binance, who's at the top of the game right now? And then soon, by the time they actually get up and get some liquidity and everything, you're going to have to start competing with DEXs now? Forget it. I mean, they're joining a race too late. You know, I mean, if anything, they should be trying to say Mt. Gox 2.0 turning into a DEX.
I mean, that would have to be the yes.
Because anything less than that, why bother?
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, because it's like, are you trying to go with that the name is good or bad? Like, because everybody's heard about it? Because everybody's heard about it because it was bad. Not like, so I don't know.
I wonder if they'll come out with their own token called Willie or something.
Oh my.
The Willie token. The Willie token of Mt. Gox.
All right. I cannot. I'm just, words are not coming out of my mouth at this point.
All right. So, something in the chat, or should we just start winding it down?
Well, Bitcoin Jake says average cost to mine one BTC is $4,050.
See, all right. That was a big one to me for a long time too, is trying to figure out what does it cost. Where? Like, I mean, you get these numbers, and these numbers are based on who? You know, certain people, certain mining companies, but you got to remember there's always that obscure individual that got their ASIC S9 for free, living in a third world country, stealing electricity that's paying zero. You know,
well, they're
and
also
yes,
the one where their children are probably burning the electronics in the field at some point later in the day. But yes.
I mean, when the people come out with these statistical numbers, they're talking about farms making this. You know, farms have overhead, farms have this, farms have that. That is amazing, you know, that we have so much mining going on, but ultimately we want a lot of decentralization. I do see mining taking shifts into the future, like in different, you know what I mean? Like everyone's going to mine a little, but you're not going to necessarily do it at some point for the money. It's just going to be part of the system. You know, you're going to have a box, and your box is going to be your Bitcoin node, your Lightning node, your miner, your whole thing. Well, I mean, ultimate decentralization would be to put a miner in one miner in everyone's home.
Right.
And you run it because you want to send your transactions. Like, you want to receive your money. Like, you want to be in the network. So, hey, you got to partake. You got to mine.
Right.
Well, because at some point, the pay, I mean, that's why they had come out with this recent conversation topic of decreasing block size so that the miners can make more money because there'll be more fees in the blocks. I mean, you can't mess with the blocks in order just to pay the miners. The miner is a up and down mechanism that is determined for the production of Bitcoin and the validation of blocks. If they're not getting paid enough, then we need miners to be falling off.
Right.
We don't need
people
we don't need as much hash rate securing the network as what we're receiving if they can't make a profit on it.
Oh, Toon says her net is all iffy today. She's been missing out on a lot of our stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry, Toon. It'll upload. You can always watch it on the backside. You know, we watch ourselves sometimes, but I wonder what we sound like at 1.5. You know how we watch other people at 1.5, like when they got the hour-long video, and I don't want to waste all that time.
Because some people talk way too slow. I don't know. Most people tell us that we talk too fast.
The modern investor talks a little slow sometimes.
Yeah, he's a 1.5er.
Sorry.
He also kind of makes it makes him sound a little bit happier too. It does. A little more cheerful. Saying. All right, that's it.
That's it?
Yes.
All right, you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out here. Please pound that like button, you guys. All right, that's how we're going to be able to go ahead and make this community maybe get out there on the side of some people, some other people's channel. They might come over here and join us, hear about Bitcoin, hear about how we're going to change the world a little bit. I mean, we're getting there, right? Like 50 hours or something, and we'll be out there changing the world a little bit. Ooh. One person at a time, planting those seeds. All right. I'm on a lot of different social media networks. There's links down below to help take you directly to them. I've changed up those show notes a little bit, so you might want to check those out a little bit. They're down there below. There's free faucets and all that good stuff. There's also donational addresses that help out buying more equipment for this channel and keeping the YouTube production up and going. So if you got a couple extra cryptocurrency dollars in your pocket and you toss that in there, it'd be a great plus. Besides that, we're not running a tally fund. We probably won't have one for another couple weeks because we are looking to set up our next one. We're looking at Sunset Music Festival in Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa, where we came from.
But you got to hit that notification bell. We're going to try to see what we can bring you from the event, from the motel room. We're going to be waking up there Monday morning. So what are we looking at? We'll have a show tomorrow.
Yes.
At 10.
Yes.
Friday, we're looking at an evening show at 5.
Yes, 5 or 6. I don't know, because we've been having
the glare issue of the setting sun.
But also, I don't know, because I don't know, like today, right now, because it's cloudy, we don't have any issues. So I don't know what Friday's going to look like. But yeah.
Friday evening show. Of course, Twitter is always the best way to know what's happening with the show. We won't have one Saturday.
No.
All right. And then Sunday, there might be something.
There might be something.
Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Like around, I mean, I don't know. We got to start.
You got a lot of I don't knows over there, Samantha.
I don't.
All right. So follow us on Twitter. Hit the notification bell. That'll be the best way of knowing what's going on. Besides that, go out there. Make the most of your day, because no one else is going to do it for you. And remember, keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.
Later.